With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Lost World, Deadly 6 Edition. Today we're going to the Frozen Factory. Yeah, this is the weakest world in the game, and reviewers absolutely tear it apart. I think it's okay, but both haters and fans of the game alike do have a bit of a problem with this world. Obviously the haters have more of a problem with it, to the point where they'll talk about this one world as a basis for why the entire game's poor. But yeah, it's okay. I think we're in the worst part of it straight away. In fact, some people might be using this Let's Play as a bit of guidance to get through this level potentially. It takes a bit of figuring out. The level in this world that seems to get the most hate will come later, but I actually quite like it. But more on that later. Once we land, we can spin dash here, but next time we land on solid ice, I'm going to show you... Yeah, that's what happens when you try to spin dash here. You cannot get traction and then you land on spikes and die. That part doesn't always happen, but yeah, you just... Like, spin dashing is absolutely forbidden here. It's all down to your skating skills. So naturally the traction's gonna be a bit slippery, as you'd expect from an ice world. And you can't just charge through this world at full speed, but you can't really do that anyway, because this level requires a bit of thought to it. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one, but I am, in this episode, as I promised last time, going to address some of the criticisms of this game. I'm not going to talk about it in this world because it's one that I've got to do some talking about on an individual basis. Something I didn't know until just recently: you can flick the B button for just a little jump. You don't have to hold it down and do a big jump like this all the time. So now I know a way to get past all this much quicker than I was doing before, which is something nice to know. Now the cloud sections can be even more fun for me. But yeah, this level can be quite short if you know what you're doing, but generally going into it, you're not likely to know what you're doing with it. And once we get past the cloud section, which is naturally easy enough to figure out, I'll tell you step by step. No, I want that. If I've gone through all this effort, yay, an extra life for me. I'll tell you step by step what to do here. First, I'm going to demonstrate what happens if you do it wrong. I'm just going to charge forwards through the checkpoint, make it to the end of this planet. Let's go in the pipe to get to the next part of the level, eh? Right? No, it's going to send you all the way back here again. What you need to do, go a little bit to the left, there's an invisible spring. You're not expected to figure that out yourself, don't worry, there's wisp crystals in this place, so if you get a wisp it will take you directly onto that spring. But that's just a quicker way to do it. Get on that invisible spring so it will take you up here, and then I hope by the point where you've played this level you know how to wall run, because this is the only point in the game where it's actually necessary, unless you can be really tricky with the wisp power-up. You'll be faced with a blank wall, and I'm going to get this wisp for the sakes of it. Run up the wall, hit left. No, I messed it up! Ow! Let's try this again, shall we? Run up the wall, hit left, and don't hit anything. Just keep running and you will run into all the springs automatically. And that's it for the level. You can spend absolutely ages in here if you don't know how to beat it, just doing the same thing again and again. Yeah, I don't like that level, as I've said. But I think the rest of this world's fine, but we'll see what you think.
Whoa, overcompensate much? Man, how many military factories does a guy need?
If you weren't always destroying them, I wouldn't need so many.
And done!
Ah, thanks for fixing me!
No problem. Sorry you got stuck with a voice chip that looks like it was built by a 2-year-old.
I think I liked it better when I was trying to destroy you.
Yeah, well, feelings mutual, egg face.
Whoa! before we start destroying each other, let's remember why we're working together.
Okay, please remind me.
Tails, we need Eggman to shut down his machine.
And you don't trust me to do it.
What? No! I trust you, Tails. It's just that...
No, you don't. You trust Eggman more. Do you know how much that bites?
I do trust you, Tails, but the whole world's in danger because I did something stupid. Do you know how much that bites?
Actually, nothing bites more than having to listen to this dreadful conversation.
Eggman, you bite!
Oh, Sonic and Tails are falling out now. Aha! This is the level that gets all the hate. Maybe this will be my chance to talk about the general criticisms of the game.
Why are you still here?
I'm just getting ready.
Well, you seem to be taking your time.
Well, it is my time to take now, isn't it?
But what if I told you that you were the only one I trusted to be fast enough, smart enough, and pretty enough to beat the blue nuisance?
Well, I'd say you got the right girl for the job.
Well, that was so easy I almost feel guilty.
Yeah, fans of this game call this the absolute worst level in possibly Sonic history. I quite like it. You basically, for the entire level, are going to take the form of a massive snowball. Do we need to land on that? I haven't played this level in a while, so I've forgotten a few core things about it. These look like the topies from Ice Climbers, at least how they appear in Melee. Yeah, let's land on this, and I think it will shoot us up into the air, right? Yeah, so we're barely even Sonic for this level. We're just a massive snowball. It moves quite slowly, but I really don't mind, because Rock Mario is one of my favourite power-ups ever, and this is just like a snowy version of it. We even get to pot some pool balls. But like, whenever reviewers are trying to say Sonic Lost World's a bad game, they'll be like, here's proof that it's a bad game, just look at this level, why do I want to be a massive, slow snowball? But I like that you can collect all the rings with your body and go over these boost panels, which make you go relatively fast. Jump over the pit and miss the red ring entirely. Something I can more so understand the criticisms for is Zeena of the Deadly Six, because she's the only female member of the Deadly Six, voiced by Sailor Mayroon in my segment on Challengers Approaching. She couldn't be much more typical of a woman, and that's the point really, because all the Deadly Six are supposed to be massive cliches. It is mildly offensive that Zeena's cliche is simply woman. But I still find her fun in an awkward kind of way. She's clearly the worst member of the Deadly Six from a design standpoint, but it's still quite charming. If you just think of her as dumb blonde, even though she's not blonde. Gotta wait for that platform to come back.
But you're never gonna get close to me, blue boy!
And there's an example of one of her quotes. They're usually a bit funnier than that. Something... She says stuff like, "Oh, I don't want to get my hands dirty, it'll hurt, it'll break my nails." Just typical... I don't want to say typical womanly trash. That's very sexist, but you know what I mean. It's that kind of fictional woman character that they're trying to portray. Yeah, we're almost done with this snowball level now. Everyone just hates on this level, and I've really got no problems with it at all. But how about I move on to the more general criticisms? I have seen a lot of video reviews and written reviews of Sonic Lost World, and they all seem to talk about one particular issue in inverted commas. They're all trying to say that Sonic's too slow in this game. Whether that be the reviews, video reviews, or even supposedly my friends, they're all saying it. But I've noticed whenever... when we face with these big topies, we need to knock them off the side by getting enough momentum. If we've not got enough momentum, they'll knock Sonic off the side. So just basically don't stop. Just keep rolling until you've pushed them all off. And then you'll be fine. But whenever... I'm going to refer to IGN's video review in particular. They kept on saying that Sonic is too slow in this game. But I noticed that in the entirety of the video footage, they didn't once show Sonic spin dashing. Now, if you want to hold ZR and run, it's not the fastest thing in Sonic history, but that's because this game has quite a heavy emphasis on precision platforming, so they want to make sure you can actually land. If you want to play this like a traditional Sonic game and go really fast, then just hold the spin dash and then it is pretty fast.
A Manny, a Petty, and an avocado facials from after this horrible day.
There's another Zeena quote. But indeed, you obviously can't spin dash in this world, but in all the others you can go pretty fast. Actually get the checkpoint. There's a boss coming up in a second with Zeena has... What am I doing wrong here? Right, finally got the checkpoint after trying to say I don't think this level's that bad. It's not amazing by any means, but I think it's quite an original concept. Instead of just being another basic running level, we've actually got a new idea where we take the form of a snowball and have some new mechanics. I like it, as I've kept saying, but we're going to break out of it now because we've got Zeena to fight. She's on top of a massive snowman, taking a bit of a side. I stand corrected. Oh no, we're gonna... Oh yeah, you can spin dash in the snowball. Of course, how could I forget? Just take out all the snowman and then she'll reveal herself. So even in this, you can go fast if you want. The way to damage her is indeed rolling into her with the snowball. Don't blow up the snowman with bombs on it or it will ruin your progress. But yeah, as I was saying, the IGN review and other video reviews, they don't even have a single clip of Sonic doing the spin dash. And the friends I've talked to who say Sonic's too slow, they don't mention the spin dash. The written reviews on websites, they don't mention Sonic's ability to spin dash. I just kinda get the impression that the people who complain about this game don't really know what they're on about. I can't really see them as professional reviewers when they're wrongly criticising something, calling the game slow while not actually testing out its true sense of speed. There's not many complaints in the reviews besides that. Some will say, oh, it's a Mario Galaxy ripoff, but that's... I wouldn't say that's true. It's got some inspiration, not a rip-off by any means. I'm struggling with this boss a bit, if you haven't noticed. And let's just... Clearly I have to do it at a certain speed, so let's just... There we go. Finally did it. The tip's just to do it fast. Did I miss my chance to hit her? No! Don't go for them, Sonic. And now I'm starting to see a few more of the criticisms with the snowball. I am struggling with it, actually. Sorry. But I don't think your reviews are getting that much credit from me if you're trying to slag off the game, but all you can say is, oh, it's got this one snowball level that really sucks. But apart from that, there's not much else that they really say. There's some of them complain about the controls. I can't see any problems with the controls, frankly.
Tommy!
Like, maybe that's just a matter of opinion. Look at the snowball celebration. But yeah, so that is something I have seen a lot of criticism about, but I just have no problems with the controls at all.
Whew, that was cool. Pun entirely intended.
Your efforts are impressive, little hedgehog, but you are destined to fail, as the fat fool has failed before you.
I'll get that. from eating your black hearts, you Eggman wannabes!
Whoa!
Your threats are almost as amusing as your mustache. I must commend you on your invention, though. We get stronger and stronger as we leech the life from your dying world.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Where are you gonna live when your world's dead, guys? Oh, right. You've been dead, too. Too bad for you.
I will burn your world, you rebellious scum! I will destroy everything you love and make you watch! No! No! No!
Boss, your hands!
As long as I can still strangle a Zeti, my hands are fine.
That's pretty much this game's most serious cutscene, so enjoy it.